done. So don't any reporter ask me again about Hasan Piker. It's not what November is about.
Democrats messed around with Hasan Piker, and now they're finding out. Hey guys, welcome back to Brad versus Everyone, your home for independent and nonpartisan commentary and analysis of politics, media, internet insanity, and more. This one kind of has it all because we are going to talk about the Democratic star who is crashing out right now and snapping on reporters at stage because she keeps getting asked, shocker, about Hasan Piker, the far-left extremist streamer and influencer that far-left Democratic candidates have embraced despite his litany of controversies, like when he called for he said a Republican senator should be killed on his stream. He previously said America deserved 9/11, and really so many other things. It's hard to even know where to start listing his greatest hits or greatest misdeeds, depending on your perspective, I suppose. Well, a Michigan congresswoman is fed up. She is sick of being asked about the person that her colleagues in the Democratic Party are campaigning with in her state. Anyway, here's the headline from Mediaite. I am done. Democratic Congresswoman unloads on reporters asking about Hasan Piker. Representative Debbie Dingell, Democrat from Michigan, admonished reporters during a Wednesday rally for Michigan Democratic Senate candidate Abdul El-Sayed, declaring, I am done, so don't any reporter ask me about Hasan Piker. Piker's association with El-Sayed has become a recurring issue in the Michigan Senate race. El-Sayed repeatedly campaigned with the far-left streamer during the primary, drawing scrutiny over Piker's history of inflammatory remarks, including his 2019 statement that America deserved 9/11 and comments about Israel and Jewish Americans that have drawn accusations of anti-Semitism. El-Sayed has said he disagrees with Piker on several issues, yet recently stressed that Piker does not speak for his campaign. Yet Piker's name continues to pop up across the networks frequently. Fox News contributor Hugh Hewitt admitted on Friday, I can't stop talking about him, and CNN's Wolf Blitzer asked Dingell about the matter Wednesday. Anyway, this Congresswoman, Debbie Dingell, really crashed out over this, and we are going to watch the clip because I find it kind of hilarious, and I do find her tears slightly delicious, because really it is just like, you messed around and you found out. They actively chose to bring Hasan Piker on the campaign trail with Abdul El-Sayed in Michigan, despite knowing full well how extreme and radioactive and toxic this guy was, and now they're scandalized. Like, it's so annoying. How dare you keep asking about us? I know, we brought a guy on the campaign trail who said America deserved 9/11 and praises murderous dictators and mass murderers like Chairman Mao, but like, you guys, really, you won't ask us about our views on gas prices? It's like, no, I have no sympathy for this. You go out and you do salacious, ignorant, stupid stuff. You play stupid games, and then you win stupid prizes. And you don't get to play the victim. Debbie Dingell, Abdul El-Sayed. It's like, sorry, not sorry. You got the attention you ordered here. Anyway, let's watch her get very upset and worked up about this, because I do find it comical. Let's watch.
Have this opportunity today. First of all, I'm going to introduce my dear friend who's my brother in a minute. But I want to tell you, this is just the opportunity to say something to you. I'm done. This election is about what's going to happen when we elect Abdul to the United States Senate. I am done. So don't any reporter ask me again about Hasan Piker. It's not what November is about. Republicans are trying to make it. They're trying to divide us. And we got to stop letting them try to divide us.
Oh my God.
I don't agree with Hasan Piker on a lot of stuff. And I really don't agree with him on some of the woman things he said. And I'm still trying to figure out, is it the reason he exercises and looks buff is why he has so many followers. But having said that, I want to talk to you for a minute about what November is about.
So I just found this crash out so ridiculous and absurd. She is, Debbie Dingell, the congresswoman here. She is campaigning for Abdul El-Sayed, the far-left Senate candidate in Michigan, who she's also from Michigan. And he chose to repeatedly bring Hasan on the campaign trail with him, Hasan Piker, this far-left guy who said all this crazy stuff. And now that association has dogged him, has followed him, and has haunted him. And they keep getting asked by this, especially because it comes in the context of a broader infiltration of the Democratic Party by far-left extremists aligned with the Democratic Socialists of America. And now you're whining about getting asked about this incredibly inflammatory person that they chose to campaign with. It's not like Abdul El Sayed just went on Hasan's stream one time to speak to his audience, encourage them to vote for him. That would be a very different story. But he wrapped his arms around Hasan Piker of America deserved 9/11, let the streets run red with landlords' blood, and repeatedly called for a Republican to be murdered on his stream. That Hasan Piker, Abdul El Sayed chose with his full volition and agency to campaign with, to bring around the state and have at his rallies and have speak. And now your mad people keep asking you about it as you also campaign for him. Too bad, lady. That's not Republicans are trying to divide us. That's you did crazy shit and people have questions. I'm so sorry. Actually, I'm not sorry at all. And it's just wild to me that anyone would think the real story here is not that Democrats are choosing to campaign with an extremist, it's that they keep getting asked about it. Is Michigan about to elect a far-left senator? That's what everyone's wondering as the race between Democratic nominee Abdul El Sayed and Republican nominee Mike Rogers heats up heading into November. And according to our channel partners at Kalshi, people think there's a 62% chance that Abdul El Sayed will win in November, and Mike Rogers has just a 38% chance. A far-left Democrat winning in a state that Trump won in 2024 would be a big win for the far left. Anyway, Kalshi is the first CFTC-regulated exchange dedicated to trading on the outcome of future events. If you want to check out their politics prediction markets or all the other amazing prediction markets they've got, just go ahead and download Kalshi now or click the link in the description and use code BRADP when you sign up to get $20 free to trade when you trade $20 now. Yeah, we do keep asking you about it because the Democratic Party is welcoming in these extremists with open arms. These people who are aligned with this movement, the DSA, that literally wants open borders, abolish prisons, abolish police, government takeover of the economy, so much more. And y'all are campaigning with their leading influencers and figures. And then you're like, oh, it's so annoying. People keep asking us about this. Imagine, and here's the corollary example. Trump, and he was wrong to do this, absolutely. He had dinner with Nick Fuentes, the alt-right influencer, white supremacist, anti-Semitic troll. He had dinner with him once where he was brought by Kanye West. It wasn't even like Trump intended to have dinner with Nick Fuentes, but that was a huge scandal. He was rightfully asked about it over and over again, and people like JD Vance have been asked to denounce Nick Fuentes and eventually did, though I gave them crap for taking so long to do it and being seemingly reticent to do it. The Michigan Republican candidate, if he campaigned with Nick Fuentes, nobody would ask him about anything else. Nobody would talk about anything else. And that would be entirely his own fault. And of course, Debbie Dingell and all these people would completely understand. But now because it's their side palling around with extremists and bring them on the campaign trail, they think they're being victimized by salacious press coverage or something. Give me a break. Cry me a river. Your victim card has been declined until the Democratic Party thoroughly rejects and repudiates these extremist freaks. They will continue to be hounded about them and asked about them, and it will distract from their messaging, some of which is valid about, the Trump administration's failures. Not sure the Democrats really have solutions to a lot of the stuff, but they raise obviously very good points about the Trump administration's failings to address affordability and the cost of living and the many problems with the war they started in Iran and all of this stuff. But it's yeah, when you do this, this is an own goal. This is a completely unforced error. But then you don't get to act like actually it's just the press inventing this or making it a thing. No, y'all made it a thing and now you regret it, but too bad. So sad. You don't get takesy-backsies on embracing terrorist sympathizers and campaigning with them. Sorry, not sorry. And that's why we have a live race in Michigan. That's why Mike Rogers actually has a chance of winning that seat, despite Michigan effectively being a blue-leaning state at this point. Even though it went for Trump, it's at the statewide level, other than the presidency, it's more blue-leaning. But their strategy is, I guess, to just gaslight us and complain and whine about it. I'm not buying it, but that's just my take. Y'all have to let me know what you think in the comments below. Make sure you're subscribed if you aren't yet. Hit that like button and consider becoming a channel member here on YouTube. It's the best way to support my work. I call out the far left and the far right, and that's not the best business model, but I'm too opinionated to do it any other way. So that'll be it for this one, and we'll be back with more real soon.